I'm checking to see if I can do another video of how I make drinking vessels that are prizes for the curling club. This week I'm working on the last of the steins for the upcoming stein spiel. These are made with 2.5 pounds of clay to start. So my first step is to center that 2.5 pounds of clay on the wheel. Well, the first step is really to measure out a bunch of balls of clay that weigh 2.5 pounds so I can start with the same amount each time. I've already done that. I've got 5 steins that I've thrown this morning sitting here, and the clay is pretty stiff. I'm having to work pretty hard with this, but I have that adequately centered on there. Second step is open. Press my thumbs down almost to the wheel head. Press it open like that. I think I have it deep enough. Sometimes I don't go deep enough and then the bottom of the vessel is too heavy, way too heavy, but I think I've got that right. Maybe just press it a little more. Next step is to compress that bottom so that I don't end up with the dreaded S-crack. I have other times, other clays. Pressing really hard with this rubber rib, I got a nice smooth bottom down on that. Next step, my first pull. Making sure the clay is wet enough, slimy. I'm bringing it toward the center. Like so. I'm going to end up with a stein that looks like this. 7 inches tall, about 3 to 4 inches at the bottom, 3.5 at the top. I use sponges a lot, sponge inside, sponge outside. These take a lot longer than the other video I did that when I was making mugs for the mug spiel. I think that video, those mugs ended up being for the year of COVID, and that was sad. But this is our first year back to the stein spiel since COVID, and I want to do a really good job on them. I want them to be special. Kind of defining where the collar will be right there. That's about the right width. I use my hands as my measurement. Now I gotta pull a number of times to get it up. Right now it is only 5 inches tall. I want to bring it up 2 more inches. That'll probably take 3, maybe 4 pulls because I'm slow. I'm pressing in at the bottom, and I've got a little bubble of clay that I'm moving up the wall, up to that collar. So that was a nice pull. That went from 5 inches to 6 inches. This is where it usually takes me a couple more to get 6, maybe 6.5, then 7. That looks pretty good. Where are we at? Ooh, 6 3/4. 1 more pull and I should have it. Making sure I still got the diameter at the top I want. Yep. Okay. Sponge inside, sponge outside. The heater just came on. I'm sorry if that affects my audio. Looks like 7. Oh, just about. I'm going to do 1 more. There we go. Now I want to get rid of all these ribs, lines around there. The glaze I'll be using for these steins, I want it to blend nicely from top to bottom where the two different glazes overlap, so I don't want a lot of rib finger lines on there to interfere with the blend. So I want a nice smooth side to the stein. It also is going to get a water slide decal put on, and I need a smooth surface to adhere that to. So that looks good. Again, going back to that opening, is it the right size? Yes. Now I'm going to angle the opening. These are all going to have lids, so I want them all to have approximately the same angle on that interior of the opening. The same angle, and it needs to be nice and smooth. Okay, now it's just the final touches, trying to make it look a little more with more visual interest. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this tool and trim the bottom. I'm pushing that all the way in so that bead is underneath, and I've got a little roll of clay that will catch the glaze if any of it drips too much. Turning the tool over, it's got a little bump right there. I can make another groove. And that's interesting to look at. And then I'm going to do one more up here at the top to kind of echo that, make some more balance to the where the visual interest is. And there we go. That's stein number 26. We will be giving one stein per household, but because of the nature of the mixed curling, not everybody that curls together will be of the same household. So every household that participates will get a stein. That means at least 16, but in the past it's been more like 22, 24. And then I give one to the hosts of the stein spiel, and then I allow for boo-boos for when there is something goes wrong and it's not sellable. Anyway, that's what the stein before handle and what have you will be. I'm going to show you what they look like after they're bisqued. I have a number that are done right over here. Ta-da! Steins. The stein spiel is coming. Hope to see you there.